Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Wicked Art. It's Wicked here, and today is Fun Draw Friday. And at the request of a viewer or subscriber, they wanted to see me draw Naruto in my style. So that's what we're gonna do today. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start off with a circle for the head. Okay, now that I have my circle, I'm going to draw in a line for the center of my face. And then I'm just going to kind of build in structure on my head. So I'm just trying to work around like the cheeks and go down to my chin. Okay, and then I'm going to take my chin around. Straighten it out this way more, give more of a head shape. Again, we're doing this in my style, so it might kind of fade a little from your traditional anime sense, much like I did with the Broly video. Okay, and the key thing is when you're trying to draw anything in your style, is still trying to capture the essence of that character. While still, making it unique to the way that you do things. Okay, so I have my ear, I have a head in there. I'm going to go ahead and we're just going to start working on the face. Probably, since my head's here, I'll kind of turn that in. That way, just so I can get a sense of where the eyebrow here is going to start. So I'm going to bring that down. And again, like I said, you want to obviously draw in the style that you wish to, but also be able to make it look like the character you're trying to draw, or the person, the thing, whatever. So I'm going to do my eyebrows this way. Okay, and then once I have those in place, I can go ahead and work on my eyes. So I want to kind of get that curve in there, like that. And let's thicken that up a little bit right there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put in an eyeball here. And then I want to draw on my pupil here. Just like that. Come to my other side over here. So I've got that one eye down. Actually, let's shorten this eyebrow. And we'll give a little more detail by adding in some extra line work here. Okay, And then I'm going to come down here to this eye. And I'm going to bring that out. Okay, I'm going to follow my eyebrow back about halfway. So let's stretch it about here. Thicken up that end. Bring this eyeball this way, since we're going to kind of have them look to the side. Okay. And again, draw in that pupil there. Okay. So now for the nose. I know Naruto, like I said, remember this is my style, so we're not going to do a traditional like anime nose. I'm going to do it in my style, hence the name of the video. But I'm going to clean that up. On the nose and the eyes. Okay. And then from there, I'm going to come down I'm going to put in the face that way. And I may change the mouth up later, but for now I'm just going to put that in there as a placeholder. Okay. So the next thing we got is we want to make sure that we work on like, you know, other structures on the head. So like the headband, which comes down pretty close. To the head here. Okay. I'm gonna put in a little bit of hair there. And then what I'm gonna do is go from the ear here and go back. I'm gonna stretch that headband around. And then I'm just going to clean up inside. Like that. I probably want to even this out a little bit more. Doesn't have to be perfect, but sometimes when you draw, there's a little thing that just bugs you until you fix it. Okay. So we're going to put the plate on the head. And we want that to kind of end about right there. Like that. Okay. And what I want to do is the plate kind of comes off a little bit, so I'm just going to kind of give it an edge there. Alright. Then I'm going to come in here and we're going to draw a symbol on his head. Curve that around. And keep it connected. And we're going to turn it that way. And most of you that have probably drawn Naruto a lot know that symbol. You could probably knock that out a lot faster than I can. It's been a long time since I've seen the show. But I know my kids loved it. Okay, so that's that. Okay, I want to put the little dots on here that represent that kind of almost like it's a screw or nail put into the head. Okay. So now that I have that, I can go ahead and put in things like this is another thing that's bothering me. Should be a lot thinner. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take that and come back here. Okay. Then I want my hair to come out this way. Again, I can just clean up inside the head there. The hair is. And I'm trying to make it as even as we can, just so it's not too off or crazy. And on the other side, we're going to want a piece that comes off this way. Since the head is turned, it won't be as thick when it's shown. Okay. So we're just going to work our way around the head. And I'm just kind of sketching out the shape just so I can at least get something on there for now. That way the overall aesthetic will be there. We can get it looking like who we need it to look like. Okay. So that's just going to be a placeholder here for now. And the way that I'm designing him is I want him to be a little bit younger. Just always thought it'd be cool if we did it that way. So there's a few things that I'm going to do just to kind of establish things with the body, just so that I know where they're at. You know, setting up different things that'll help me get like hand positions and stuff like that in the right place. So let's come off the shoulders a little bit like this. Go that way. And let's try and build up a shoulder here. Okay. So what I want to do is kind of build up the forearms and stuff, just so I have some shape to them. Same with the shoulders. It's kind of want to work in those, just shapes just to get them in the right place, for lack of a better word. So like right here where I'm trying to run in the bicep, I want to make it a little bit rounder. And then of course, on the back end, give some hints of the rest of the arm. And we'll just go that route there. Come around. Like this would be kind of like the end of the tricep here. Again, we're just kind of using it as we go. So for my forearm, let's bring it out this way. And if you're wondering why I'm drawing this line, it's just to get a base for where the thickness of my arm is. So I have that. And now take this, go across. And I want to kind of come up from here. Again, just to get that sense of where my arm is. Let me just put it there like that. Okay, and from here, build out my hand. I'm just going to work in the shape. Okay, so get that first knuckles about here, so I need to maybe kind of widen them a little bit more. Let's get that third and last one, take it down that way. A little bit better fist shape there. Sorry guys, I'm just really trying to look at this and see how I want to do things. So I may make some adjustments here for those of you that are actually following along, so I do apologize, but sometimes my perfectionism comes out and there's nothing I can do to stop it. Okay, so let's bring the fist up some more. Let's take the thumb and bring that out just a little. Okay, and then I can go back and build my knuckles up again. Again, my apologies to those who were following. Just sometimes happens. You don't like the way something looks, you gotta change it up. Okay. From my thumb, it's like a little short on that side. So we kind of come up, and I'm going to take it back like that, and then I'm just going to round just so I can get an idea where the hand's going to end. Okay, so I want that to kind of come out and go back that way. Okay, so now that I made my adjustment, and that comes down here like this. It's a little bit, and then we're going to turn that this way. Just have that go down into the forearm. Give him a little bit more muscle. Young kid, been doing ninjutsu for a while. He's going to have some muscle on him. Let's take this down this way. And I want to have a little bit of a divide. So I'm going to go like this and turn that in that way, like that. Okay, and then I want to bring a little bit of my forearm out like that. Okay. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this arm down through, right? So I'm going to kind of imagine it goes through. Bring that down. Kind of round off a little. Bring it up some. Again, that's why we sketch lightly, so we can erase. Okay, so let's bring arm out. Now we have my bicep in there. I can cross over my forearm on this side. And then we should probably shoot the elbow back just a little bit. Bring that in that way. Maybe too big. Let's bring it back some. Round that out. And make him do kind of like a random ninja pose. see, work the fingers this way. That. And let's do the thumb this way. And we might make some adjustments to that as well. Let's clean up this head. Okay. So next thing I want to try to do is capture those details in the clothes, right? So like the collar part of his outfit. Take that back this way. Get rid of that. Okay, so bring that around the front. And I'm just going to draw in those little kind of ruffles in his collar. So again, just trying to still capture the essence of him, not necessarily be one for one. And then we want this kind of a break here in the zipper part. You think of this lesson as like, what if Naruto had a nose? Look at it that way. Okay, so we take that out. I'm just going to clean up these bottom edges and adjust them. And then just re-round them. You still want that break for the zipper there. And get rid of that little line right there. Okay. So now let's take the zipper down. Like that. Okay. My next thing I want to do is get the patch on the arm, and it sits high up on the shoulder, and it's a circle first. So let's draw in a circle. Okay, and then it's just essentially a spiral. I do want to give it a layer, so I'm going to stay close to the edge and just carefully follow that around. the outside. Probably space that out a little bit more. Looking a little rough. So when we do this, we'll start from the outside and we'll work our way in from there. That way we can keep it somewhat even. There we go. That's a little bit better. Okay. And we got a little patch of leather right here on the side of the arm. Circle here. We have it on the other side as well. And we'll just put that in like that there. And that'll take care of that. Okay. Now I'm going to run the zipper down to the bottom here. Okay. We also have that divide where it's black on the uniform. And that might be, yeah, that's too uneven. Let's redo that. There should be a decent amount of space between the two, so more like that. Okay. Then for this sleeve, you can do like that. Put a little bit of a wrinkle too. Okay. Maybe right here add in another little wrinkle there. Okay. And down here we need to add a sleeve. But some of our hand is going to be showing here. So we want that to kind of go out that way. Come back. And we can finish here. Knock the elbow line back a little bit. Clean up inside. And then maybe here we can have a little bit pop out right there on the arm as well. Okay. Take that down. Go just below. Have a slight bend in the cloth here. And bring that belt down. Okay. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add in little details too to help spruce it up a little bit. I'm going to put nails on my guy here. And for the rest, we can kind of build out that finger. Okay, so now we have that. A little bit of a break here. Like that. I'm going to see partial nail here. Sure why I drew that line there, but it's there. So we're going to get rid of it. Okay, we have that. And next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust the hair. Okay, so I'm going to bring this out somewhere. I guess while I'm at it, I can add in the little nine-tailed fox markings that he has on his face. Make it look a little bit more like that's who we're drawing. Okay, so we brought that piece out, which means I'm going to need to extend the rest of these out. That. Okay, I'm going to go up, down. And I'm just extending the hair a little bit further than usual. That's what I want to do. Down a little bit more here, and down a little bit more here. Okay, so now we have that set up. Okay, now let's start adjusting some things. So I think I want to do a different mouth. I'm gonna have a little bit of an expression here. Trying to make it somewhat even. Give them kind of like a see what that looks like if we color that in. And take it back. And then we'll just kind of do it that way. Okay. And then let's see, let's do just a line work there. And do the zipper on there. So let's put a little rectangle here. And then what we'll do is just go across. Do simple zipper. Nothing too crazy. Like that. Just look them over, see if we've got anything we want to add. Maybe have him holding one of his little daggers, shuriken things. I don't know the technical term. Like I said, it's been a while since I watched the show. Let's bring that down. If I remember correctly, I think they're kind of more rounded on the edge there. Leave that like that. And leave the knuckles off. Okay. Got that. I'm going to take it and I'm going to ink him in. You don't have to do this part, but if you want to, you can get an ink pen, fine tip Sharpie, or even just a regular Sharpie if you just are careful. Now I know with most manga books, they tend to have that kind of same style that I do, where it has that thicker outside edge. I know it's more prevalent in a show like Demon Slayer. But, you know, since we're doing things in my style, we're going to go that route with the thicker edge. And bring that shoulder out just a tad. Okay. Just how the pen's bringing it out a little bit more. So I'm just really just tracing over my lines. Then I'll go back and thicken up areas that need to be thicker. And the nice part about doing this way is you can make it so you're able to color it if you want to without ruining too much of your line edges. Like that. Take that down. Put like a little fuller shape on there. Out. The other thing we'll do is when it's done with all that inking, I can take it and erase a lot of my sketchy lines out. Kind of bring that down there, like that, and just continue to go around. So yeah, when you're working things, trying to do them more in your style, you just have to make sure, like I said before, to just capture the essence. So people will still recognize this as Naruto. While at the same time noticing some differences, like, clearly the main difference, to me anyway, is that nose. The way the anime draws it is more of, like you see most anime, it's got like a couple of dots in it. It's nothing serious. It's just a minor change. And I'm probably gonna fix the cheek a little bit too. I think it's a little too pointy in my opinion. So I'll probably change that up as well. Okay, so we'll just knock out these zipper lines. Like that. Okay, now I come in here, work in that collar. And we'll go on this side and do the same thing. The reason why I'm putting it so close to the face is I want it to look like it's kind of covering up certain aspects of his neck and stuff like that. Okay, so before I do the cheek, let's see if I can adjust the way that I want. Like that. I think that looks a whole lot better. Like that. Then I want to go from here back that way. Okay. So we can just adjust that around. And get those cheek lines in there. I'm just, taking my time in this area just because I want to make sure I don't mess up the face too much. Okay. And that major difference with that nose. That eye in there. Let's get this eyebrow. And we'll get our second eye. Working that pupil. And complete that out that way. So I would say, to be fair, I probably was heavily influenced by the original design of Naruto. So I think it kind of turned out a little bit more on the anime side than I usually draw. But still, my style premise is just the way that it's drawn by me. So may have diverted from my style just a tad. Okay, now we want to get these circles. And then what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to fill in the symbol black. Just so that it stands out more. Okay. I'm going to come back to the hair. Trace that out. Alright, my hand shakes a little bit from time to time, so that's why I'm not perfectly tracing over it. Okay. And once we're done with that, we can take a look at what we have. Alright, so it's inked in, but it's not complete yet because I still want to finish it off with my trademark little thick edge thing that I like to do with my artwork. So I'm just cleaning out the sketchiness as best I can without smudging the ink too much. So you want to make sure that you're applying pressure but not applying too much. You don't want to smear that ink on the paper. That's why it's usually best if you can get some ink that likes to dry fast. Okay. So now that that's off of there, for the most part, I think I missed a spot right here. I'm going to do a thicker edge on the outside. So see how that stands out more. Again, that's why I do the same thing in pencil, it just stands out even more in ink. So if you just look at that compared to the rest of what it is already, it'll make it stand out a lot more. Okay, so I'm just gonna continue to work my way around. And while I'm doing that, again, sorry for some of the videos being long this week, but again, these are real-time art tutorials. So for those of you that stick around for the whole thing, I really appreciate it. I really appreciate everybody who's subscribed. If you have any comments, just like with this one, I will gladly work them into the schedule for things to draw. So just let me know down in the comments about what you want to see. You let me know about what you thought about the picture. I've got pretty tough skin. Not really going to hurt my feelings too much if you didn't like it. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, but I would ask that you at least keep it constructive. You know, like, hey, I would have done this, or it would have been cool if you'd have added that. Like, those are constructive criticisms, or, you know, like, hey, you know, it looks okay, but, you know, your eyes look like they're lopsided, whatever. You know, I can take it, but, you know, just don't. I have some people in the past thought, you know, hey, I'll go on here and just cuss up a storm at you. It's like, it's not that serious. Art is subjective, right? So even though I and like 2 other people think it's awesome, everybody else might think it's terrible. And same thing in return. Something that you might find awesome, I might not think is very good, but that's what I love about art. There is no right or wrong answer as to what looks good, and that's why I hope you guys just keep practicing to get better and reach that goal that you want to reach as far as how you want your stuff to look. As that is the ultimate goal, is your own personal satisfaction with your artwork. But if you are new to the channel and you like what you saw, you like following along, please subscribe. Liking and sharing will help as well. But hey, if you just came down here to hang out, I'm cool with that too. I'm just been really thrilled with the amount of people subscribing. I'm not sure how many are actually watching. But I just like doing this stuff, and I used to be an art teacher after I got out of the military, and I just really love teaching people how to draw. And I am in no way have I ever said on this channel that I am the greatest artist on the planet. I still have things to learn and practice, but you can at least come here and get a basic foundation and then just push yourself beyond your limits to the next thing. Again, that is the ultimate goal of this channel, is to push you to get better. And I hope to see your work one day. I mean, you can have a few people share with me on Twitter, and you can do that. I love seeing everybody's work in progress. And like I said, I would really love to see, like, when you knock it out and come even better than, you know, my average drawing self. So, you know, between doing this and I'm trying to knock out my graphic novel I'm working on, and when that's done, you know, I'll share that with you guys so you can let me know what you think about it. But just always try to achieve your goals. Don't ever quit. quit on them. Your art goals, your whatever it is you're trying to achieve to do. Don't let anybody hold you back from accomplishing the things you know you can accomplish. Okay, so we're almost done. And we're just going to go round the hand. We'll call it a day on that one. Okay, probably going to thicken up some of this under the arm. Just so it gives it some depth. And we're almost at the finish line. And who knows, maybe you guys already beat me. But let's see, if I want to come inside here. Add some lines just to kind of show that depth in the hand a little bit. But yeah, that's Naruto in my style. Thank you for the suggestion. Thank you for joining me. Remember to practice. Until next time, keep sketching, and I'll see you in the next one, alright? Bye.